Arsenal August ready? I tell you what, I've got the boys on here to find out if they are, and we're going to discuss that right now. GunSlingerz!
Yeah? Yeah?
Yes!
Yeah?
How you
Yeah?
liking that?
Yeah?
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm not like Arsenal, boy. I tell you what we do here, boy. We go out big, we spend the cash. But yeah, listen, it's raining. Make it rain. Love that. Listen, guys, welcome. It's great to have you on here. Look, obviously, my guys, Gunner King. What's up, sir? What's good? James.
What's going on? You good?
You're good. Love that. And our man, our resident, what's happening? Nigerian Englishman from One Touch.
Anybody?
True. Love that.
Guys,
love
the
that.
reason I played that anybody is because I just want us to sign anybody.
Come on, man. You can't say that. We need to do things correct. I think I had a little meltdown last time on Gunner King's court.
The pair of you did, man.
I definitely did. There's no doubts there.
But do you know what? I've had time to sleep, settle, and you know what? Oh, do you know what? Sorry, guys. Oh boy, Gums, what's happening? So what's happening? What's good?
My internet's doing my head in. I don't even know what's wrong with my laptop. Everything's just gone wrong. So
no worries, man. Better
like the Arsenal board, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm on the phone now, so we see how we get on with that.
That's all good, man. It's all jiggy. Good stuff. So look, what we're going to discuss today really is just we got man little under 2 days, and we're playing our first game in the Premiership for the new season. We're playing away to Brentford. Listen, man, this has got and you know what? The thing is that the Sky have got this one down. They know. Look, new season. Brentford just coming up. Never been in the Prem. Big scout. Arsenal traditional kind of like the big club out there. Enough turmoil going on. Have we got our squad in place? It's a recipe for a massive story with the millions watching around the globe, and obviously the thousands inside the stadium. It's a new stadium for Brentford as well. Even though I know that they played one season in the Championship, but listen, new club, never been in the Prem. Us, we're the big boys, mainstays of the Prem. It's set up for us to lose, right? I mean, hey, are we August ready, James? Are we August ready? Are we ready?
For Brentford, you'd hope so.
Come on, man. It's a serious question.
I'm not going to say, if we are not ready for Brentford, then
there's serious problems, mate.
Relegation, here we come now. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Right now, for Brentford, yes. For the other fixtures, no.
I mean, what is the issue that you have right now in what we're doing? I mean, I know we haven't got all our transfers in place. We are making moves, but what is the main thing for you as to why you think? The question: are we August ready? Are we ready for the first 3 games of this new season?
I don't know. We ain't really scoring much. I mean, we scored 4 against Watford, right? But apart from that, we ain't scoring a lot. Like Lacazette isn't. He looks okay, but he ain't like top notch. And I don't know what has gone on with Alba, man. Like he's at this point he's gone back to Kenya. He's visiting Kunle at the moment. Like, bro, he hasn't done anything. Like he hasn't done anything all preseason. So I mean, I hope he turns up, but It's Arsenal, isn't it? As you said, it's written for us to lose. But I don't know. Now I think we're ready for Brentford. I reckon Lokonga is going to have an amazing game, and I think he's going to have a really good season as well. But we'll see. We'll see. I have no hope at the moment, so I don't know.
It's gonna. You know what Sky are like, and you know what Arsenal are like, right? If they're ever going to play up to the whole the playbook of Sky, losing against where they set it up, they know what they're setting up. Nigerian Englishman, are we ready for Friday? Are we?
Hey,
actually, let know Friday. Just August. Are we ready for August?
This is my issues. My issues are this: like, I'm scared that there's a chance on Friday night Aubameyang plays on the left. That's what I'm scared about.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to be thinking about him playing that position coming into this season. The other thing that is clear to see, especially from the last game, is that we have to start Saka. It would have been nice to ease him back into the side, but us now without Saka is useless.
He's nowhere near ready, though. He's nowhere near fit.
Okay. So alternatively, we play Aubameyang on the left, and that's not going to work. We've seen it the whole of last season. It's not a new thing.
Would Martinelli not be a better option to play there?
Yeah, just come back from the Olympics. I don't know, man.
Still fit though, right?
For sure. I mean, I don't know, man. I think that might be too early, especially how delicate Arteta is with Martinelli anyway. He's definitely not doing that. But that being said, it's scripted for Arsenal to win that game 2-0, man. What? Are you joking?
Do you know what?
It's typical Arsenal for everyone to be going nuts, blah, 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 and we go win that first game. And we'll be looking like, what? Maybe we weren't as bad as we thought. And then we'll try and not sign another player before the second game, and then we'll get spanked. But still, that first game, we go win that game 2-0. I'm calling it 2-1 very latest, but we'll talk about that.
Wow. I mean, do you know what? I don't think we will lose, but I really don't.
We're winning, bro.
I don't think we're winning. I mean,
I don't think we are, which is why I think we'll win.
Wow. Okay. Listen, I mean, for the rest of August, Gumza, I mean, I'm just going to put this out here, right? I'm going to put this out here, right? For the first 3 games, right? For August, right?
Wow. Wow. I'm putting a cheeky 10 on that, happily.
Listen, they're killing us already.
I'll put a cheeky 10 on that tomorrow. I mean, that is crazy. But I understand it. We don't beat City. We very rarely we haven't beat City in a long, long time. So
since Cazorla,
apart from the FA Cup, but apart from that, we don't really beat City. We don't lay a glove on them, to be fair. So yeah, I can see why them odds are so wide.
And that's before they bought Jack Grealish.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I love this show, man. We're ever the optimists right now. So come on, talk to me, man. Are we? How are we going to do this month? I mean, are we ready? Is Arteta filling you with much optimism? Cause for optimism?
I've been one of the people that have kind of stood by him up until this point.
That's why I'm asking you that question.
Up until this point, at the moment, I just feel just flat. I'll be honest with you. The last 2 friendlies have kind of killed my whole vibe I had. I do like the new signings. I think they've all looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But watching the game, it just seemed like much of the same of what we saw last year. And
that's what hurt.
That's the scary part.
And I think that's what's killed me. Is actually it doesn't look like we've progressed at all. Even though you put maybe a couple. So you can't really say the players are better than what we've had, but they've definitely freshened it up. But it's like much of the same, and it shows actually we need more of an overhaul than just 3 players. Do you know what I mean? It is a big overhaul that's needed. And again, it's very Arsenal. I think every game's 50-50. There's not a game I can walk into and say, actually, I'm confident we can win. And that goes against the bigger teams because we've shown we can beat the bigger teams, but equally we can lose to them, and we've shown we can beat the little teams and equally can lose to them. So
that's horrible, isn't it? You just don't know what you're going to get.
You just don't know what you're going to get each week. Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get. One minute you might get a bad performance and get a win, like when we played Chelsea and was stinking out of the place but nicked it. And then you might get a game where you have a good performance, like against Wolves, and get beat. So it's very hard to predict. I think with Arsenal at the moment, it's what could be one of four things, isn't it? Like good performance, win; good performance, lose; bad performance, win; bad performance, lose. It could be any one of the four.
So, I mean, with that being said, sorry to cut you there. I mean, and I'm going to come to yourself, King. Right? It's like, are you kind of like feeling any kind of like trepidation going in for this season, and in the sense that what is going to happen in this first month? So, are you happy with what's going on? Well, not happy, but content, at least content with what's going on.
I think happy is a strong word. I think I'm happier than I've been in previous windows.
But why? Tell me why. Why this?
Whoa. I was just getting there.
Well, hold your horses.
Yeah, like whoa, steady on, cowboy. Like, no, I mean, look. If you look at relative to the last 3 or 4 windows, everything's been bodged. Everything's been haphazard. You know, the heavier lifting of the windows has been done at the end. And also we've always gone in for targets. We've always crammed at least one person in there who's above 30, ex-Chelsea player, or maybe not an ex-Chelsea player, but you know what I mean, like just a stopgap, a stocking filler, as it were. Yeah. And look, Lokonga didn't cost 50 million. You know, like Tavares didn't cost 60 million and come from Dortmund or Real Madrid or whatever. No disrespect to United, but look, they are good players and they are young players, and they are, from what I've seen in pre-season, they've got work to do. But I can see like where we can polish them to turn them into diamonds. So I'm more positive with that. You know, like I'm taking the little baby steps and the little victories because I'm really trying to just preserve my well-being at the moment. Like you know, in Nigeria they say this will not kill me. Yeah, this will not kill me. Yeah, it just won't. Yeah, and you know, my girl, she says that to me all the time. Yeah, and it's like, you know, this is the approach I'm taking at the moment. So I'm going to give you 2 hypothetical situations. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to go back further. Yeah, if you look at after the Tottenham and the Chelsea game, transfer stories accelerated. Yeah, we started moving quicker. Yeah, right. Unfortunately, the unfortunate reality, and this is not me saying this because I accept or I'm happy with it. Unfortunately, the Kroenkes are the sort of horses that you've got to drag to water and force their faces into. So let me give you an example, right?
Can I just stop you right there? King, can I just stop you right there? Just pause, because I'm going to come straight back to you. And you're saying that we had to drag the Kroenkes to the water, right? I'm going to show you this, right? Can you see us?
Mind, I can't see the visual. Yeah, my camera's frozen. But
so essentially, this is owner financing, right?
Right.
From 2010 to last year.
Ours is about 15 million, right?
Yeah, which is, you would say, what is 2019, 18, 16th, right? And that's 15 mil. 15 mil. And that was only put in, I think it was this year. Was it this year?
For party.
Right. No, 1.5 Nigerian. 1.5.
Yeah, for party. That was for party, isn't it? That extra bit was for party.
So when you're saying that, listen, these guys weren't dragged. They were dragged, kicking and screaming to put their hands in their pocket.
Yeah.
These guys are killing us, man. And they are destroying our club. Listen, I want you to continue your point. Bearing in mind, keep that picture in your mind when you're talking.
Yeah. Look, it's a broad picture, right? It's a broad picture, yeah. But the big picture, of what I'm trying to say is everything that went wrong last season has effectively forced the little changes that we are seeing in the behaviors of the club, right? So let's put aside, they haven't put 50 million on 60 million on 3 or 4 players. They have brought one, right? I'm not using that as a defense. What I'm saying is bringing in Garlic, making the backroom changes, you know, effectively changing how we recruit players, how we look at them, the changes in the coaching setup. You know, I think a lot of the pressure being taken off of Edu with Garlick's appointment.
So Edu can go on holiday. Yeah.
No, but what I'm trying to say is like the structure that they're putting in place is broadening. Now, look, obviously, I'd want to see steps being taken quicker, but I'm not convinced we would have seen a Ben White, a Lokonga, or a Tavares happen at all, B happen this quickly, if everything that went wrong last season, particularly towards the end, with Chelsea winning the Champions League, didn't. Unfortunately, this is the way the Kroenkes are. I'm not accepting it. I'm not happy with it. I want them out of my club. I will maintain that. But what I am willing to do is just accept the realities of the way that these bastards work, right? So if we lose this game against Brentford, and if we lose the next game, and if we lose the third game, yeah, it actually forces their hand further, yeah, to dig deeper in their pockets, yeah. That's the way I look at it, yeah. And if they don't after we lose those 3 games,
we're getting relegated.
Then it's a different thing, yeah.
So then,
right?
James,
but at the moment, nothing that they're doing is demonstrating that they're not trying to bring in players, because it's not links, you know. It's bids, you know. It's talks. They're ongoing. They are trying to sign players. Are they trying hard enough? Are they trying with the right players? That's a question. Right. But there are efforts there. They are significant efforts that are making it clear to me that they do not intend for the window to close without bringing in any more players.
Wow. I have to say, King, that was a public announcement, service announcement there for the Kroenke KSC.
I'm not trying to stand for these Kroenkes, yeah. These Kroenkes are fucking pagans.
I appreciate what you're trying to say.
Twisted, but
I appreciate what you're trying to say. However, history has told me what happens, right? And I guess I'm going to come to James. I mean, with what King has been, he's gone.
He's at his bed.
He said his piece and he's gone.
Said his piece and that's it. Drop the mic.
Drop the
mic.
It's like I did the other night.
I'm sure he'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, he'll be back. Look, I'm not convinced. Are you as convinced as?
Nah, James, you can take this one, man, because I can see I'm in an iron through that piece, man. Go for it.
I was, and then we haven't signed anyone for a long time. Like, we were linked with everybody, bro. We got Tavares in, we got Lokonga in, right? 2 good young signings, and we're like, right, okay, we'll get the fodder in, the young like squad players in, right? And then David Ornstein dropped the tweet of we're going to be going in for Ben White, and I'm like, right, we're
moving
money, right? We're gaining traction, and Ben White was just. It just stopped.
Literally took over.
Literally was like, yeah, okay, we're gonna bid, make 4 bids where we increase our bid by £2.5 million each time and drag it out for a month and a half, right? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm glad Ben White's in the club, but like Brighton said, we want £50 million. And we're not gonna change our price. We'll give you
49 million
and give you 49.9. And it's just like, bro, just pay the 50 million. You want him, pay it. Yeah. And then, I don't know, for me, like, there's positives in the window. There's not just in this window. There is like transitional. We signed Balogun, we signed Saka and Martinelli to these long contracts, right? Same with Tierney and ESR. Like, we're retaining assets. Like, don't get me wrong, that is part of the transfer window and it is an important sign. But we're rumor FC. We want. I don't know, the Florentine strike. We want Lautaro Martinez. We want Maddison. We want Odegaard. We want Aouar, right? We want Basuma, Neves. Yeah. Everybody under the sun is linked. And that's fine being linked to these players as long as you fucking sign one of them. Like, what? Like, in the nicest way possible, right?
In the nicest possible way.
I'm positive about the window, right? And I know everyone's going to meme me and stuff like this.
No. I think they're going to meme all of us but King. But
not for what I was saying, right? I'm positive, but I'm cautious with my positivity because we're linked to Ramsdale and you saw the social media meltdown and all of this, right? I am happy with Ramsdale as long as we sign the players we need. If it's we get a Maddison, we get a Martinez, we get an Aarons, we get whoever, right? Because we're not going to sign all of them. But if we get 3, I think if we can get 3 more, maybe if we get Ramsdale, Maddison, and Lautaro Martinez, That's a very good window, right?
I'll be happy with that.
But James, on that, yeah, this is where my issue comes from. The whole, I'm unhappy with Ramsdale because of how we've got there. Because for me, a more easier, logical process would have been, all right, Matt Ryan, you're free. You love Arsenal. Keep you on a free transfer for a year, maybe 2. Who knows, right?
And he was decent.
Then, do you know what I'm saying? He didn't worry me when I saw him in the sticks for my club at any time. He looked so.
But listen, with the Matt Ryan thing though,
one second.
Can I just say one thing about Matt Ryan quickly though? Just one thing, yeah. You do realise he wanted first team football, and we weren't offering him that, so we did try and keep him, right? Okay. I'm just saying,
yeah, fair dues.
I'm not having it, mate. Keep Matt Ryan, because look, when we got him on loan, why are we getting him on loan? Runnison is dead. We should have signed him on a permanent deal on a free transfer from then, innit? Because we were never going to play Runnison, and we were always going to need another goalkeeper, right? So that would have made more sense. At that point, you then buy Onana for 8 million. You hold it out till like November. He's now a first team regular, and you've got Ryan. No, he can now train with the first team, play. You got Ryan, Leno, and Onana now, right? In January, if let's say you do want to do a madness and Leno is misbehaving, you sell him in January. You got Onana and Ryan as your keepers now, and you made a little change off Leno. Do you get what I'm saying? That's a smarter business decision, but no. We don't do smart business decisions.
We don't do smart at Arsenal.
I'm hearing Dumfries, the best right back in the Euros, is available for 15 million, and I've not heard us even interested in him, which is madness considering like he's better than all of our right backs and younger than them. Like it's mad, and I want to get excited about, and I nearly got, and just like James, I nearly got excited about this transfer window because
on the peak
we confirmed Ben White. Like, even though we hadn't signed him, but it looked like it was confident it was going to happen. And then not long after that, I hear we're looking to sign Madison. I'm like, yo,
what's going? Yeah.
We
that was 2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago, and that was a great week. I was thinking, oh my god, the good times are back. But since then, boom, just gone quiet.
Back to the normal transfer window.
Exactly, guys. I just want to get through some of the comments that have come in quickly, and then we'll crack on. Here we go. We got Solo 7. How you doing, Errol? What's happening? Yes, Mr. Fox. We'll hear from you soon. What's happening? Nice intro. Yeah, I love that. Actually, love that. Good work, son. Good work. I tell you, the creative control team. They're doing their bits. They're doing bits. And football teams. Nigerian Englishman is back. Yet fire, 100%. Gems. Nigel, can I pick your song next week? You hear that? You're going to take requests?
As long as it's Afro beats, then we can
talk. You're taking requests. Okay, love that.
Amen.
Solo 7, big up yourself, sir. Wicked. And apparently we're in talks to, 6. I don't even know. I'm not even going to. Gems again, 8.91 a ticket. Yeah. I think we're the highest in Europe. That must be the world, right? That must be the world.
In the world. Yeah.
And Mr. Silver Fox, he's pessimistic about August, as maybe all of us really. I mean, you'd be stretched to find someone who's optimistic. To be fair,
from Air TV.
Yeah, that's Solo 7. United lives in Arsenal fans. Hendrick. Wait a minute. Who mentioned United?
Nobody mentioned United.
I think it was when I mentioned something about not coming from Dortmund or Real Madrid.
Oh my good grief!
See, it really wasn't that deep though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't that deep. It was like,
I'm just saying, like, obviously, like, if a club signs a player from a team with a big reputation, then immediately they think it's going to be a good signing.
He's reaching there, mate.
Right. So, starting at -9, so to speak, will be damaging for the rest of it. Wow. So Mr. Silver Fox is saying that we're going to lose the first 3 games. I'm guessing that's what he's saying, right? Is it? Wow.
Does anyone remember how City started last season?
Yeah, but we ain't City, man. We ain't City players, bro.
I'm just saying they did start badly. Man's just saying they did start badly, right? It's how you end the season, not how you started, right?
Sure,
we ended up as the top 3rd team after Christmas, and we still ended up 8th right now.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, bro. But they started very poorly. I remember like the peak of it was a 5-2 loss to Leicester. Do you remember that?
They have the squad to get them out of tough situations.
That's true. That's true. Look, I just wanted to touch on this Aaron Ramsdale thing, right? And I don't know, just a quick word from you guys on whether or not you think this is actually something that, okay, forget the price or whatever, okay, but if you look at the thing in the grand scheme of things, he's English, he feels a homegrown quota part of it, because look, in a couple of seasons, this is going to be a big thing. The homegrown quota will be a big thing. It is coming in. He's young, he's 23, so we get him on a long contract, and yeah, he will be learning his trade. He will be a number 2. He won't be coming in as a number 1. And the thing is like Leno last year, and yes, he made some mistakes, but that could be down to him kind of playing every single game, because he played the FA Cup.
He don't play every game. Yeah, true.
He played every game practically, except for one.
You're clutching there, brother.
I was wondering if I was the only one hearing this nonsense.
Clutching.
Listen, I think he'll be a good number 2. He's good enough for the cup games. So listen, for the 38 games, obviously Leno will be playing, plus the 2 cups.
It's the fee, the Ramsdale thing. It's not the player, it's the fee, guys. I don't think anyone's upset at Ramsdale. It's just how much we're paying for him.
But my question is, though, right? Like, I understand why we want to buy the player, and it fits within what we're looking to do. I don't think everyone's understanding how many English players we're trying to buy, right? And so I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Arsenal knows something that we don't know with the whole Brexit thing, where we're going to need so many more homegrown players than we currently do, right? We don't know. They might. But for me, I don't think Ramsdale is as bad as everyone makes out to be, right? He's not world class. He isn't as shit as everyone is making out, right? You don't win Player of the Season for the past 2 seasons at your club if you're not semi-decent, right? Yes, I know they got relegated, but he was the best out of the bunch, right? Theoretically.
James, I don't think that's the problem, James. I reckon
it's not. It's not. But for me, it's the figure, for one, that if I'm looking at it on what I'm meant to be told, he's a good goalkeeper, young English with a lot of potential, right? For the price we're paying, if he's our goalkeeper for the next 10 or 15 years and he becomes who everyone says, the experts think he can become, then we're going to be talking about this in 5-6 years saying this is a steal for 30 million quid, right? Yep. But where we're at right now is we're paying 30 million quid for Ramsdale to be number 2, but is he going to want to be number 2? Like, I know it's a transition between, as I compared it to the Leno and Cech. When we bought Leno and Cech was in his like twilight year where he got injured and then Leno came in and stole the number 1 from Cech, right? But he's played consistently pretty much all of the games he has in the past 2 seasons at his respective clubs. Does he want to come in now for that price tag and be number 2? Or is it he's coming in and Leno's being number 2 and Ramsdale's being number 1? And for me, that's where I don't like this transfer, because we're paying too much for so much uncertainty regarding this season.
GunSlingerz?
Go on, Nigerian. You go and I'll go after you.
No, I believe I don't think Leno is the long-term plan. This is why we're getting Ramsdale. I reckon we're getting rid of Leno next summer, personally, and Ramsdale is going to be the number 1. And my issue isn't the Ramsdale thing. I don't even mind him. If you told me 15 million, maybe even 20 for Ramsdale, I'd be kind of all right with that.
So what is your ceiling with him?
My issue with the Ramsdale thing is that if that money takes away us purchasing someone else, that's why I have the issue with it. If we're getting him, our centre midfielders, our right back, cool, no problem. Like, sign Ramsdale for 30 million if we got all that money. But if it comes to if the transfer window closes and I'm hearing statements like, yeah, we had a limited budget, we had to find, you know how we had to find creative ways to you know how they twist it in the press. I don't want to hear none of that if we sign Ramsdale for 30M. That for me says we have money. If we're spending 80M on 2 English players, that means we have money.
Can I just say as well, right? We were saying exactly the same thing before Ben White's transfer.
Sorry, say that again.
We were saying exactly the same thing. Our objection isn't with, we were saying similar things about price with Ben White, similar things about if that means we don't go out and buy other players, then we're not going to be happy with it. Ben White's come in. He's shown some positive performances, right? Like in the one game and a bit that he's played. I don't think Ramsdale is anywhere near as bad as people are saying he is. Like, he just isn't. I'm hearing a lot of people, right, on my TikTok, right, just like moving with this wash narrative, right? He got two teams relegated 2 seasons in a row, yeah. So let me just play with that a bit, right? First of all, how does one player get a whole team relegated? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, how is that even possible? Like, so the context that people miss, right, is that Sheffield United came into this season missing 2 of their main centre backs.
Yeah.
So you know, from their last season when they were doing so well and they were in the top half, they go into a new season with no budget to replace 2 centre backs, and they're playing 2 rookies in front of him. Yeah. And like, no one brings that into context. So by the time that these centre backs come into the team, they're so far away from the chasing pack here that the morale of every other player in front of him, as well as his own, is shot to shit. But you know, people don't like. I just don't get like where there isn't that expansive kind of thought process where it's like, look, one man doesn't make a team, and you know what? No one, absolutely no one, was giving Liverpool props when they went in for Gigi Wijnaldum when Newcastle got relegated. Yeah. What did my man come and do? Yeah, my man came in, and became one of the most integral midfielders to that squad before he left. Yeah, bounced because they weren't going to pay him what he felt he was owed. And now man's in PSG waiting to play with Messi next season.
That's what I'm saying. He bounced.
So I'm not saying I'm taking an extreme situation, but I'm just saying big teams take relegated players. Like, it's been done.
Well, my thing is that you take the best players from those smaller teams, and I think we're probably, that is pretty much.
This is the market we're in now.
Yeah, it's what we're trying to do. And I think
I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that at all, guys. I just want to get this one in from G Talks Arsenal. What's happening, G? Hi guys, how many players do we need?
Pick up G Talks.
Yeah, man. How many players do we need, and how many more do you think we will get in before the 31st of August to make us August ready? 5? Are you serious?
That's how much we need.
Oh, see. Okay. And we'll get 2. Is that including Ramsdale?
No. How window is going to end, guys. Did I tell you?
Go on, you go.
So basically, we're going to sign Ramsdale. We're gonna sign Tammy Abraham. We're gonna end up getting no right back. We're getting Odegaard on loan on the final day of the window, and we're gonna ask Jack Wilshere back for a pay as you play. That's what we're doing. Next week we're gonna hear a caption saying he's come to Arsenal to do training just to get his fitness back.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that statement. I'm waiting.
David Beckham's going to come out for retirement for this season.
Gumza?
Yeah, for me, with reference to that question, I feel we need 5. 2, 3 at a push. Again, that would be a loan signing if we get a 3rd. I do think we get the keeper and the number 10 will be the 2 positions we're signed. I think it's very dependent on what goes out, and at this moment, not much is happening on the going out front. I think Torreira will go.
I think Torreira's nearly gone, isn't he? Is it Lazio?
I think he's on the way out. And you never know, Maitland-Niles or someone might go, but I think I want Arteta to be ruthless like he was last year. I think that whole leaving out Socrates, leaving out Ozil, I was all for that. And, you know, I'd love to see something similar with some of them players. I think you tried to sell them, they can't go, they're not going. Just sit them in the reserves because I'm done with seeing some of them players. I really am. And
I'm gonna controversial. Do you think Ozil could do something right now?
No.
I think who?
Ozil. No. And it's not that Ozil's a bad player. Ozil was one of the best 10s when we had him. And if you're not putting behind him what he needs, there's no point.
Unfortunately with Ozil, Ozil's role as a number 10 is a dying art. The enganche, you know, like the Riquelmes, you know, like where you operate, you know, in like a kind of 10-yard kind of box, you know, just in and around sort of the box itself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and like the problem is with the intensity of the press now in the English league, you know, with the dominance of water carriers in midfield, or double pivots as well.
But couldn't someone
to
like
play that.
Partey and
Like,
Lokonga do that?
Ozil's style, it's not really
I honestly
suited
believe
to the league in the same way it was earlier on in his career.
I think if Bissouma and Partey are behind Ozil, he's doing bits, picking up all the pockets, and them not doing the running for him. I think personally, and I don't think he ever had that protection at Arsenal.
Never.
And
I
to
get
even,
Xhaka,
to even
for
have
God's
20, to even have a season of
don't call that
20
name.
No, for even having a season of 20 assists and not having that protection, I think that's super impressive anyway.
Well, the problem is,
the more you talk about it now, you're thinking.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
actually,
man, but if you look at the modern number 10s, they're much more mobile.
they're
much more attuned to the physical side of the game, and it's especially in the Premier League, and that's for a reason.
But my problem is
the fact that Liverpool don't even use a number 10, and they've been one of the most dominant teams of the past couple of years, really ties into what I'm saying here, which is that effectively the league is just too physical. Yeah, it's just too intense. There is just too much going on in the center of the park to have anyone that can just float around and not contribute to the defensive shape and transition of the game.
Okay.
Like
my thing with Ozil is I don't want him to do defending anyway. Like I have 10 other players doing that. My thing with Ozil is, and again, I'll go back when Ozil signed that contract. There was a 2-month spell where he was on fire, and when he got the contract, no one was moaning, and that's because Wilshere came back. And Ramsey got injured, and Wilshere was playing in the centre mid, and Wilshere them two was going on bad. And then as soon as we moved Wilshere out of that defensive role, it went to pot against Ozil. So Ozil's very dependent on having a ball player behind him who's going to find him in the pockets. So you can put all the strength behind him if you want. If you're not going to find him, Ozil's non-existent. So you need players that's going to benefit Ozil. He needs runners off him. Even you look at them seasons where he was creating, and if we had an Aubameyang in them times, the numbers would have been silly for Ozil. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Again, he had to go. Football has moved on, like Dan is saying. So the modern day 10 is very different. But again, it's what fits. I'm happy we've moved on from a lot of that because that was just getting toxic. He doesn't play. We're all Ozil's not playing. He doesn't play.
We need to go back to the ethos, man. We've got these core youngsters, and Smith Rowe and Saka are at the center of it. They're the centerpieces, right? So, you know, obviously, I know me and Gums have got into it a few weeks ago, speaking about not bringing in too many players to halt their development. But if we are going to bring a player in that he's going to compete with, it might as well be someone closer to his age, isn't it?
I like the direction we're heading in clearing out the old, and that's why giving this Xhaka this new contract is driving me insane. Not even the fact that I don't think he had a bad season last year, but it's just showing it's more of the same. Like for me, you wanted a new midfielder, you wanted him out, so then give him the Ozil treatment. Put him on the bench, not even on the bench. Put him in the reserves, or don't even register if you ain't got the space. Don't register him. Like Ozil got that treatment. Give Xhaka the same. Give Bellerin the same. Bring in. I mean, this is where the Cronkies need to come out and say, "Here's the money."
The thing is, can I just respond to that quickly though? I kind of get what Gums is saying. I think where it's different with Ozil to Xhaka and Bellerin is Ozil was in the last year of his contract, free to negotiate in January, so he was closer to a point where he would have walked for free anyway. So they weren't losing nothing either way. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Whereas, stay with me, bro. Yeah, like so. If you take a player that if you take a player that is in 2 years of their contract, right, and then you bench them because they're refusing to, or we can't move them on, that doesn't actually help their value maintain or appreciate. It depreciates it further. So the whole 100%. Idea of doing that, like, it is actually counterproductive. So we might as well take in the 12 million. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
If we're going to do that, because we definitely wouldn't get the 12 million.
See where we're going. Don't make me mute you. Don't make me mute you.
Can I go? Can I respond?
Listen, quick, thumbs up, quick. And I mean,
1 second.
Go.
So I agree with what you're saying, but my thing is, this is where the board's vital. So they should be going to Kroenke saying, look, we need them two out. We can't get buyers for them. Kroenke should then stump up and say, right, do you know what? We wanted 30 mil for both. Here's the 30 mil to replace them. If that means they sit there, like Phil Jones had to sit there,
big man,
had to sit there, like Ozil had to sit there,
And that's it.
like Kolasinac had to sit there, like Mustafi, like Socrates. Then that's when your board now say, we'll look after that for you, and we'll make up the bit that you can't make. The problem we've got now is we can't seem like we can't buy until we sell. Hence why I think the keeper's coming in now. Now we've got the Joe Willock money. It's very because we've been looking at Ramsdale for a few weeks and we didn't get it over the line. Yeah. It's funny how Willock's gone. Now we've got the money to pay for him. And to me, it's mad because the money for Willock should just be buying our. That's a straight
swap.
Like I don't upgrade. That's where I think the board need to hold a bit of accountability. It seems like
I agree with you there, Gums, 100%. And guys, what I'm going to do now is just pretty much round up. I mean, listen, I think we're all in agreement pretty much that we're going through this month in a bit of trepidation here. We're not ready. We haven't done the business that we set out to do. Some are more confident than others in the business being done. I really am on the fence, but I have maintained, let's see what happens at the end of the 31st of August. However, I don't like, waiting to the end of the transfer window. But I guess if you're trying to shop in the bloody Shepherd's Bush market, that's what you've got to do in it just before they close, innit? You get in there. So how much you want for this, mate? Listen, guys, it's been a great debate, and this could actually go on, but I'm gonna have to cut it. Sorry, I know I can sing. Oh. But look, guys, I want to thank you, Gunner King, Gamza, James, Nigerian Englishman. It's great to have you guys on and debate all things Arsenal. I mean, I couldn't answer anything more than you guys. But before we do go, I want to give our stream viewers a little kind of taste of what's going to be happening in the next few weeks coming up. So first and foremost, Gamza, this is you, brother. This is you. You're going to be breaking it down. What? Talk to me about your show. What you're going to be doing? What's your show about, son?
So the breakdown's going to be after every game. We're going to look at a bit more tactical, focus on maybe one aspect of the game. Could be attacking, could be defending. Also, we'll be looking at individuals as well. So if, say, Nuno Tavares gets to start one week and we haven't seen him much, it'll be talking about how he's got on and just a bit more of an in-depth breakdown on like a one subject every week as such. So I'm looking forward to it. There will be guests and there'll be some weeks.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, I want to see you get that whiteboard out and the little pieces, all of them things there. I've
got the tactics board and everything ready. So yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, definitely trying to look deeper into certain things and just seeing where we go with it and the difference between some players. You know what I mean? Everyone plays the same position but plays it slightly different. So very much about that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward for you providing the method to the madness that is Arteta. That's what I'm looking forward to, man. Help me understand. That's what I want, and also as well, point blank with Mr. Silver Fox. he looks pissed off there, doesn't he? I said he's going to be giving us the player ratings for each player. Obviously, he'll have someone on, and he'll just be giving us the ratings of each Arsenal player that played and came on. For all the games that we're going to have this season. So look, we've got a few more things, and I know James, you've got something cooking as well. So, Mr. Silver Fox, we go.
My name.
Oh, we did, sir. We did. We was talking about this.
Speak of the devil.
Yes.
Talk to us, point blank.
Basically, it's just going to be player rating show after every game. Well, I say after every game. Every Monday after a game, I'm going to come on here and give you my views and player ratings. Some weeks I'll have a guest. Some weeks I'll do it on my own.
No, absolutely.
No bias for Rob Holding, Tony.
He probably won't play. He's probably on his way to Newcastle.
Actually, I tell you what, that'll be interesting. When Rob Holding plays, I tell you what, I'd love to see those ratings. I tell you, oh my God, that's going to be something.
There's every chance you can play Friday, but you never know.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, actually, do you know what? I'll park that because we'll have a preview on Thursday anyway. So, guys. I want to thank you for everything. It's been wicked today. Absolutely wicked. We've got new shows, new content coming up, and you guys have got to be in there.
Can I just quickly shout out Manners
Go ahead.
and GunSlingerz for keeping the ball rolling during the season. So hats off to you, boy.
Yeah, I know. We had nothing to do with it, James. Me and you.
No. You know,
we're
no.
Just, yeah, no, appreciate it, mate.
No,
Right.
I'm including
I'm here
as well.
vibing,
Cheers, mate. Right.
It's a token gesture now, isn't it? It's a token.
Listen, I just thought back when we started up on the channel, Canners was bigging us all up. Before I big him up because no one did they? So.
Oh, bless, bro. Bless.
James, I'll chat to you in a bit. Yeah, James.
Guys, it's been emotional. I tell you right now, it's emotional, and it's been emotional. Wicked. Guys, I bid you adieu.
Love you, Nigel.
Love.
We are Arsenal.